Ladies and gentlemen, heels and heelettes, no, this isn't Dark Power. This isn't even Joints and Jabronis. This is not the Wednesday Night Warriors. This is the return of Blunt Impact. But I couldn't come by myself. I have to officially form a tag team with the three-time Baby Making Champion Ness. We are True Heel Heat Pot Heels, and we are the hosts of Blunt Impact. Of course, with our co-host, Mary Jane. Ness, how are you feeling, my brother?
Feeling mighty fine, man. Thank you for having me. Not even just for one episode, not two, but from here on out, So I've been getting back into the swing of things with Impact. I'm loving the way that things are going. Congratulations on moving into the Rascals' old home of the Treehouse, and thank you for needing a roommate. You got the upstairs, I'll hold down the downstairs, and we're here to take shit over, man. We're here to with our co-host Mary Jane, and we're just here to give an impact full of blunts,
Oh yeah. Oh, I like that. Yeah, you got the second floor, I got the first floor. We are pretty good at interior designing because it already looks like our regular recording stations, which is that fucking good and that productive. If anybody needs context, I kind of stole Ness's old show, so I gave him one back.
True Hill Heat team, baby. We make it work.
That's it. We spread the wealth amongst each other. We spread the love. Everybody gets to shine, and we're very excited to be bringing you these weekly Impact reviews. So without further ado, before we get started, I always like to count to 3 and light my shit up. I know Ness can't wait to count to 3 and light his shit up. So we hope everybody at home watching with us counts to 3 with us and lights their shit up at the same time. Ness, are you ready?
I'm ready, brother.
Let's count this shit down. 1, 2, 3. All right.
That was so great, man. I had a long ass day.
My first blunt of the day as well. We're recording at night, so that first hit just took like all the weight off my shoulders.
It really did.
As I'm sure people at home. Before we get really into it and really started, I want to remind everybody to like, share, comment, subscribe, hit the button, show us some love. We will show love back. That's the True Hill Heat way. I didn't create it, but this is the way. No Mandalorian. First thing we're going to get into is we have Josh on commentary, and he's joined once again by his wife in real life. That they don't ever acknowledge each other on screen
at all.
That is at all. It's pretty remarkable that they could just throw jabs at each other and still be married. If I try to do that to my girlfriend, she'd probably kill me.
Yeah, mine will try to fight me too, and then feel bad about it after the fact.
So the first match that we had of the night was the Motor City Machine Guns taking on Triple XL in a, standard tag team match. This is after the trial in which Larry D or Lawrence D was found guilty of shooting Johnny Bravo, and there has yet to be a sentence, no jail time. The guy doesn't even have shackles on, no orange jumpsuit. The judicial system's fucked, man. I don't know what's going on.
I'll tell you what it is. White privilege.
I didn't want to be the one to say it, but I'm glad
I was going to go there.
So this match was all right. It was a little slow in the middle. The action turned up the last few minutes after the commercial break. Good clash of styles between both tag teams. Motor City Machine Guns just very fast pace, high impact offense. And you get what you get with Larry D and AC Romero. Two big dudes. Larry D actually moves pretty well for a big dude. AC's not that agile, we can say, but he does bring a certain style to the match. Motor City Machine Guns pick up the win, and just another good win. Just gearing them up for another rematch to try to reclaim those tag team titles. So, first of all, what do you think about the match? And when do you expect to see the Motor City Machine Guns challenge for the belts again?
The match was like, I want to say maybe a slightly above because like you said, Motor City Machine Guns, they was moving and shaking. They were getting it in that match. And, the tag team tandem offense between these two is on another level. It definitely showed, they've been teaming for years, like decades damn near. And it definitely showed in this match. It's just that Triple XL, they really didn't do anything for me in this match. I'll give them the props, though, because they did come off looking type strong in the match. It took a couple of tag team maneuvers and a lot of offense from Motor City Machine Guns to, like, get these guys off their feet, because everything they were throwing at them, they weren't even, like, falling, getting down to a knee. These guys were just stumbling all over the place, but, still standing tall. But the match it was all right. This is it, just all right. But what I want to where I think it's gonna go, who knows, man. Right now, it's the tag team division is pretty lit right now. It's a lot going on in different segments. We'll talk about it as the show goes on.
I like the fact that Ace Romero had to work like a real big dude, but it took double team moves and fast-paced offense and continuous motion to bring them down. Larry D's a little smaller, so he can sell a little better, without having to break that big man mold. But all in all, decent match. Just keep on going for the tag division. Next up, we have a Sami Callihan and Shamrock. I guess they're just walking. They're about to walk into the building. Scott D'Amore shows up with like 7 jabroni security guards. He calls out Ken for attacking D'Lo last week. You put hands on an official. You can't do that. So he suspends him. Ken Shamrock has been suspended. I believe he said 30 days. He was going to push it to 60 if he beat up a couple of those jabronis, but he didn't. So he's only on the 30-day pass. Sami used the bat, split a man's head open, and didn't get suspended. No charges filed or anything. So little, I would have sent him home for the day at least. You can't just show up to my job and hit motherfuckers in the head with bats.
Other talent is, fair game. Officials, that's a no-no. You can't hit officials, but you can fuck up these other people. You can fuck your coworkers up. It's cool.
Yeah, not to mention D'Lo's built like a tank. He's fucking, he looks like 2 Eddie Edwards, so he needs the bat to the head to get him down, if anything. But it's whatever. It's fine. Next up, we have Triple XL confronted by Johnny Bravo. Well, Lawrence D kind of shot him at his wedding. Dreamer breaks it up. Tommy Dreamer comes in, breaks it up with a fake police shirt, acting like a rent-a-cop. And everybody's pretty much confused on what Tommy Dreamer is, because first he was a judge, then he was a lawyer, then he was the prosecutor, then he's the fucking janitor one day, then he's serving popcorn in the fucking third row. I don't know what Tommy Dreamer does at this point anymore, but he was acting as police. Lawrence D says that he got set up. He was framed. So Tommy goes, all right, we're going to have to go downtown. I don't even think police stations are still downtown. But anyway, he's going downtown. And, let's talk about it. Let's see what happens. As soon as he turns his back, Lawrence D just hits him with a punch right in the face, lays him out, and pretty much just laughs at him. Nice heel shit, It was a cool little segment, I guess. I guess putting a little heat on Lawrence. More heat, because everybody loves Tommy. What'd you think about the segment?
It's more white privilege. And here's why. First, we have this nigga shoot somebody. He don't even go to trial. He ain't getting indicted in anything. All this evidence of him committing or attempted murder. He's still wrestling. All right, cool. Even Josh Matthews plays up on this during the match. Which is hilarious. So now we have a run-in between Tommy Dreamer and Larry D. Tommy Dreamer's obviously an officer of the law, was a judge. He's all these government officials, whatever you want to call it, officers of the law, people that uphold the law. Larry D clocks him and gets away with it. All I know is if that was Rich Swann, Moose, Willie Mack, somebody would have got fired, storyline wise. I want to see what it's probably going to lead to, like Tommy versus Larry D. Like, whatever. Mild.
I don't think it's going. I don't think it's leading towards anything crazy. I will say the best part of the segment, though, I did forgot to mention. Bravo comes back while Tommy Dreamer's on the floor, and he returns the dramatic no. So that was a good touch. I will say Tommy Dreamer, all these jobs, he might have more jobs than SP3, and that's not easy to do.
Right.
Next up, we have the fine Renee Michelle making her debut with the also fine but kind of psycho Killer Kelly. Yes, she is. It's kind of scary how seductive she is, especially with that mouthpiece in her mouth. But whatever, to each his own. They had their first round tag team tournament match against Jazz, the returning Jazz, or I guess the debuting Jazz, because I've never seen her in Impact.
Well, technically, it was TNA. Now it's Impact Wrestling.
Okay,
so,
all right. So she was a TNA. All right. So the returning Jazz and Jordan Grace, her tag team partner. Good to see Auntie Jazz. I like to call her Auntie Jazz. She just gives me that auntie feel. Like, you walk into the cookout, Auntie! She's ready to hug you and pour you up a shot. Always good to see her. I was a fan of her back in the Attitude Era. Or at the tail end of the Attitude Era or whatever. Decent match. I thought it went a little too long, especially with the talent in the ring. You know what you're getting from Jordan Grace. You know what you're getting from Jazz. You know kind of what you're getting from Killer Kelly, if you've seen her enough. Everything, the intrigue was around Renee Michelle for me. And I thought she had a decent showing. She's still a little green, I guess, or a little stiff, not in the way she strikes, but I guess in the way she moves and maneuvers around the ring. But that's stuff that can be worked on. I thought it was a positive. Further progresses the tournament. Of course, Jazz and Jordan Grace are going to get the W. I'm not sure who they go against in the second round, but it should make for a good second round match.
Avic and Nevaeh.
Oh, look at that. That should be an even more hard-hitting match. I think that'll be an even better match than this one. So not bad. What did you think about the match?
It was all right. I was maybe not really expecting it to be a little bit more, because the people that I expected to deliver in this match definitely did. I expected Jordan Grace, Jazz, and Killer Kelly. To Renee Michelle's, defense, she has an amazing look. Like, let's not kid ourselves here. But like you said, like, she's a little green in the ring. Don't have pretty much a move set, any arsenal of maneuvers to use. It was more stomping, punching, rest holds. So it was just I want to see her develop more. But I definitely want to see a singles match between Jordan Grace and Killer Kelly, because whenever those two got in the ring with each other, they definitely had great chemistry. And Jordan Grace's powerhouse style and, just her girl next door look with Killer Kelly's gritty brawling style and just her MMA fighter style look, man. I think that'll just, even for the story itself, outside the ring and the storyline, just the match these two ladies could put on together would be phenomenal already. I want to see that. So if anybody from Impact Wrestling, if you make these matches, make that match. Give that to us next week. Matter of fact, I'm just guessing to see if it happens or not.
You hear that, Scott? You fuck. You make that match, and you do it for the 3-time Baby Making Champion. You don't do it for anybody else. You do it for him. I will say Jordan Grace and Killer Kelly in a match would be pretty dope because of the styles clash. Not AJ's move, but the actual clash of styles. We had the flashback Impact moment of the week. It was a Final Resolution 2010 match between the Motor City Machine Guns and Generation Me, who is the Young Bucks. So I didn't even know they fucking had a match. Because 2010, I was kind of checked out of wrestling. I have to go back and watch this. Usually I'm a little hard on the flashback moment because you could use up that time for something else. But this match, from what I seen, it was a ladders match. They had tables involved, shit like that, chairs. Basically a TLC match. It looked awesome, so I have to go back and watch it.
Yeah, it's an amazing match. Fucking the Young Bucks, that's my favorite tag team of all time. Motor City Machine Guns, they would be top 10 for me. So And then they wrestled each other all over, like in Ring of Honor. That's where I think they've had their better matches against each other, definitely in Ring of Honor. But yeah, man, two classic teams is you can't get no better than tag team wrestling.
Hey, look at that. Now I got to go back and watch old Ring of Honor. I got to see those matches. We get a segment with the North backstage. We have Ethan Page, and he's just ranting. He's pissed. He's going crazy. He's losing his mind. He's getting delusional. And he's talking about how good it must have been for the guy, how good it must have felt to attack Doc Gallows. And you want to know how he knows that? Because he was the guy to injure Doc Gallows. So, you know, he admits it. Basically challenges Carl Anderson to a match at Final Resolution. Josh in the background looks pissed. He got his gray wife beater on like it's 2005. He looks gangster. I dig it. It was intense. Ethan Page's eyes are popping out of his fucking head when he's talking.
Yeah, he was bugging the fuck out.
Yeah, I mean, I thought it was a great segment. What'd you think?
Yeah, man, it was definitely entertaining, and just the seeds being planted. I said this on the 1 year of Dark Power anniversary special that we did, and Josh Alexander ain't happy, man. You can see it in the background. I want to call back to when this information first, made the rounds about that Gallows was injured, and if I remember correctly, Page told Josh Alexander that he didn't know what happened, or he had nothing to do with it, or something along those lines. I might be wrong, but I doubt it. So now Ethan Page is outright admitting that he's the one that injured Doc Gallows, that Josh Alexander was upset that they can't get their tag team title match. So you watching the mannerisms, you seeing how he's trying to play behind Ethan Page, and like Josh Alexander is not a happy camper right now. So that's definitely being something that's starting to unwind a little bit. Either way it goes, with if Page wins, they get a tag team title shot. If Page loses, then that's definitely going to play out in the story between him and his tag team partner Josh Alexander. So man, I'm just waiting for Final Resolution.
So far from the matches that they have announced, looks like it will be a good card. The whole time in the back, man, Josh is he got that grill, man.
Yeah,
and
man.
He's just shaking his head in disappointment, like, I can't believe this motherfucker did that. So it's definitely something to look for in the future. Next up, we have Alicia Edwards. She gets approached by Tennille Dashwood and Caleb with a K, who last week Alicia was so hyped. Hey, I want to tag with you guys again. I want to try to make this work. This week they approach her with an idea. You're trying to get the idea out, but Alicia seems distracted. She basically just waits for her opportunity and just ambushes Sami Callihan and tries to choke the motherfucker out.
Right.
So while her little 4'7" body is swinging off of Sammy's shoulders and shit, the producers come, they break it up, and Tennille says, "You know what? We'll take care of it. I'll talk to you later about it." So, I mean, we'll see what happens with them being a tag team, but definitely like to see a little gangster come out of Alicia, especially since her man just got hit with the baseball bat once again.
Or she could have bought a baseball bat of her own or something, and they fucked your husband up, something wicked. You better.
Bro, this is the second time. She better get a knife and stab that man.
Yeah.
I mean, listen, Johnny Bravo got shot.
Though. I give her that.
I'm sure Sammy could get shot too and survive. We could have did that.
Exactly. Sammy Callihan, he'll pile drive her through a table probably, or if he hasn't already.
Oh, I'm sure he hasn't. Next up, we have Johnny Swinger against Cody Deaner. Now, I just learned, from watching Impact the last few weeks, as I prepared to get back into the Impact scene. I noticed that when you see two kind of jabroni-like guys wrestling, you know Eric Young and Joe Doring is going to come up and fuck something up. So Swinger's out there versus Cody Deaner. Cody Deaner's with Cousin Jake. Joe Doring and Eric Young come out and just demolish everybody. Doring's a imposing-looking fucking guy. Eric Young just cuts another sick promo. about how he told us the world isn't ours, it's theirs. Another man with his eyes popping out of his head like he just did a 8 ball in the back.
Word.
It's crazy, man. It's just I like it what they're doing, but I hope it pays off to something big. And I like what he said. He said, "You this place is a sickness, and we are the cure." So I hope they call themselves the cure going forward. Maybe add another member, a little stable, call themselves the cure. Why not?
I definitely was watching this shit when it started. I'm like, I don't want to see the fucking match between Johnny Swinger and Cody Deaner. I'm like, what? Like, I watched it on Impact Plus, so I was just going to like fast forward through it, but I didn't get to my phone fast enough. So Joe Doran and Eric Young come out, and I'm like, yeah, this is the perfect time for that shit. So, like you said, over the past couple weeks, if you see matches that you don't want to watch, like an actual match, you're just like, you're not interested in this match like that, it's the post-match antics that's going to make you interested. Be interested in Eric Young, because what Eric Young is doing right now is the craziest shit in the whole company, but it works so well with his character. He's a world-class maniac. He is extremely, like, he's a fucking maniac, to put it simple. And now he has Joe Doran, who, again, I agree, a fucking imposing guy. He towers over Eric Young, who's already like a jacked, probably like what, 5'10", 5'8", somewhere around there. Joe Doran was like 6'5" or some shit. This nigga's tall as hell, and he's a monster. Just like I said this on Dark Power. They can run through 3/4 of the roster on the show, and they're doing it every week. There's going to be definitely people, they're going to have trouble with or they cannot beat, but they're kicking everybody else's ass right now, and they're gaining that respect and they're getting that validity for whatever they have going on. Like, I just want to see where this goes. I want to see who the first, actual threat to Eric Young and Joe Doran, like, who's going to step up and be that person. Like, I don't really care if they win or lose, anything like that, but I just want to see, like, let's go somewhere now. Like, this is like a squash shit. Like, when they debut people and they just keep squashing them, squashing their opponents. Like, who's that first person that's going to step up?
I think the first feud is going to be Rhino and Heath, but that's when Heath is ready, because I'm pretty sure he's still injured. That's why they haven't really had him, doing anything physical. And I don't know, it could be me. Maybe I smoke too much, but it looks like fucking Joe Doran has one eye bigger than the other. He looks like white Uncle Ruckus. He does. He looks like a 6'10" white Uncle Ruckus from the Boondocks.
He really does, though, now that I'm thinking about it. That's fucking crazy.
Right? Hey, I mean, it works to his advantage. He's a scary looking dude. Next up, we had Father Mitchell, and he was approached by Deonna Purrazzo, your Impact Knockouts champion, women's champion, and her lackey, I guess, her partner, Kimberly, and they want to get rid of Su Yung. They're like, do you have a plan? He's like, you got to get her to me. Say no more, fam. We got you. They're like, we got this. The Deaners are backstage pissed because they just got beat the fuck up by Eric Young. But this was different. Cousin Jake is optimistic. Hey, don't worry, we're going to get these guys. We're going to be better. But Cody takes this personal. He said he was there from day one. Eric Young, when his first day in Impact, Eric Young was there. And that was like his mentor. They were riding buddies. They used to have matches together. He mentored him. They were basically, he calls them family. And he's like, his family turned his back on him. And he's tired of being a joke. They're treating him like a nobody. And he has to prove that he's not a nobody. Very intense shit from Cody Deaner. I'll be completely honest. Like, I really like this. I needed this side of Cody.
Yeah, not even just that. Like I was just saying, I want to see who's the first person to step up. This is a step in that direction. All right, we're done doing the running in matches, the shenanigans. Like, it's great because Eric Young's cutting great promos. Him and Joe Doran look great during these segments. But, like, let's put some matches behind this now to give this, like, momentum to, like, the like you said, the Cure. We're on this show. They're called the Cure. That's what we call them. That's it. That's what we're gonna call them. So yeah, I didn't give a fuck about Johnny Swinger versus Cody Deaner, but once I saw him cut this promo and understood why they have history, he took him to his first matches, drove them down the road. They were road buddies. Like he has a reason to be a real reason to be upset. So him being one of the first person to step up to Eric Young, that makes great storytelling. You can't ask for more than that. And I just want to see. I hope the match lives up to it. But that promo that he cut, I definitely like that fire, that anger that he needs to face the world-class Maniac is definitely going to be needed.
Yeah, definitely. And it's a nice tag team clash of styles, I guess, because Cousin Jake is a big dude, but he can move, and Joe Doran's a big dude. Just a lot going on there, and I'm intrigued. Next up, we have Deonna Purrazzo and Kimberly. They come out. They bait Su Yung. She says, if you want a title shot, you want a rematch, you got to come out now. So Su Yung comes out, but right when she comes out, these chicks leave the ring. Father Mitchell comes out, and he brings with him the Undead Brides. So while the Undead Brides are outside and they're trying to distract Su Yung, like, yo, what's going on? We gonna get you? Nope. Deonna Purrazzo comes out. They basically jump Su Yung. They choke her out. And the Undead Brides take Su Yung away with Father James Mitchell. I don't know what to think about this yet. What are your thoughts?
I mean, it was all right for what it was.
It was a cool segment.
Yeah,
but we got to see more.
Yeah, that supernatural shit. I honestly, what I want to happen is that Father James Mitchell is about to make Su Yung even more powerful or some shit, because he told them that they were going to have to, it comes with a price. He might take her away for a little bit, but I don't know. We'll see where it pans out, because they're going to end up probably not paying this nigga or not giving him what he wants. So he's definitely going to just be like, all right, fuck y'all. Here go Su Yung, the Undead Bride, and her brides. All them bitches going to come back out with her. But it was all right for what it was. I enjoyed it.
Next up, we have Chris Bay and Moose in the back. Moose approaches Chris Bay like a mob boss, very mafioso-like. I like this version of Moose a lot. And he basically says, "Hey, you do what you got to do. If you want to challenge Rich Swann for the title, which is gonna happen at Final Resolution, you do what you got to do. Take the title, but remember, I'm going to come and take your title. So basically get the belt from me, and I'm going to get it from you." Something along those lines. Good shit from Moose.
Shout out to EC3, because that's where that came from. You hear Moose during this segment saying, you want something, you don't earn it, you're going to take it. He's basically saying control your narrative without saying control your narrative. And he learned that from his EC3 fuse. So I like that, how that's starting to play into his character. You know what I'm saying? And shout out to Ring of Honor or Review of Honor, Stacking. Quick plug real quick.
Next up, Gia interviews Machine Gun, and Machine Gun accepts. So at Final Resolution, we're going to have Ethan Page versus Machine Gun Anderson. Are you excited for that?
I just want to see what the result is. Sure. And I want to see who Carl Anderson brings for his backup. You say he got a lot of friends. I know he ain't bringing fucking the nominal one, AJ Swaggle.
Man, I hope not.
That'll be some shit. And then he wins that match. Josh Alexander would be so fucking mad.
Yeah. But good. We'll see. Hopefully that storyline is underlying of this storyline. We had a match with Crazy Steve and Rohit Raju. Decent match, nothing crazy. Steve comes out with a fucking monkey. It got live towards the end, but it's a good mix of chicken shit heel from Raju mixed with aggressive. When he needs to turn it up, he'll turn it up. So just good character development for him.
Yeah, man. he's becoming one of my favorites on Impact Wrestling, to be like completely honest. And that's just over the past couple of months, me getting back into Impact, seeing what's going on with the X Division. He's the X Division champion, and his character is fucking on another level. He's one of the best heels. Definitely, you either want to see him win or you want to like see him for sure lose. Like, it's no in between. And like you said, he turned. The match was like, but like towards the end, he started turning up, started talking his shit, and like that's one of his strengths in his ring is like his character. And who really cares about Crazy Steve? I don't. I just want to see what's where Raju goes from here.
Yeah, hopefully defends his title against somebody somebody big.
Somebody interesting.
Yeah. Next up, we have a segment with Kiera Hogan, and Tasha Steelz, her tag team partner, and they're just thugging, cooling in the back, chilling. They just got a roll of money in their hands like it's nothing. And Falaba interrupts and he says, "Yo, y'all stole my money. Like, I literally have the proof." A little comedic segment, nothing crazy. I liked it though. I thought the girls were hilarious, and Falaba was good too.
They saved that shit.
Yeah.
It was they were the best thing about that.
I mean, Fala, that part is replaceable. You could have threw anybody in there, but the girls do.
But like I forgot this whole money thing. I know like he was running around with a bunch of money, and I guess they took it, obviously. So, and he's like such a simp to fucking believe them. But okay.
Can't trust them Latinas, man. They're no good. Steve, who is it? Crazy Steve and TJP are in the back, talking about Steve's match. Oh, you almost had him, don't worry. Brian Myers comes out, starts talking shit to both of them, like I think he did a few weeks ago. Yes. And TJP basically says, you talk a lot of shit when the bell's not ringing, so let's have a match. And Brian Myers accepts. So finally, hopefully, a Brian Myers match that will be good, because he's just been looking like, we expected so much, I guess, from him. Like, oh, he's gonna finally break free, but like he hasn't really done much since he's been back.
No, like I don't even care about this. I'll watch the match next week and just to comment on the match, but I don't really care. I'm not interested in Brian Myers. Like,
we finish off with our main event, which is Chris Bay versus Willie Mack, the boy of Rich Swann. It was a good match, solid match actually. Physical, well paced. Good back and forth until Chris Bay started working on the knee. Every time Willie Mack started getting momentum, he would just chop down the knee. Just good shit. Good in-ring, storytelling. Good psychology. Eventually, Willie Mack just gets it back. He capitalizes, wins the match. But as soon as he, starts selling the knee, puts his arm up in victory, Moose comes out. They've been having a little beef, recently. He comes out, lays out Willie Mack, which brings out our Impact champion, Rich Swann. So he lays out. Well, he doesn't lay him out, but he gets rid of Moose. And then he gets laid out with one of the coolest moves I've ever seen in my life, finishing moves. I forgot what it's called, the last finesse or some shit like that from Chris Bay. But Chris Bay basically lays out Rich Swann. Closes the show, holding the championship. Thought it was a solid way to end the show. Good main event with the championship. All that good shit. I'm looking forward to the match. I don't think Chris Bay is gonna win, but I'm looking forward to Rich Swann and Chris Bay. What about you?
Yeah, definitely, for sure. Like, everything about this was great, and like on some real shit. Shout out to Impact for giving these brothers, these black men in the fucking world of wrestling, this main event slot. They all look fantastic in this whole segment. The match was all right. Like, I'm not gonna oversell the match. It was decent, but definitely the psychology was great because Willie Mack was definitely selling the leg, and Chris Bay was definitely working the leg during the match. So like it all came together, and then just having Moose come out. He's throwing. We're definitely going to get Moose versus Rich Swann, probably at Hard to Kill, and I'm ready for that match for fucking sure. Like, I'm definitely ready to see Rich Swann versus Chris Bay. Like, This is probably the most thing I'm interested in this whole, like, all of the promotion. So definitely want to see where everything goes, and fantastic job by everybody involved in the main event.
Yep, and solid show. I thought throughout, decent action. Everything felt important. I noticed, from when I first did Blunt Impact in February, January of 2020, all the way till now. Like, the show has developed so much more. Like, the characters have developed so much more, and I'm just happy to see. Even though they lost a lot of key talent, I'm just happy to see another promotion strive, I guess.
No, definitely, man. The world of wrestling, we need more of that. That's why people like, TNA is still around. You guys still, like, you know what I mean? Like, the best thing about wrestling is the choices that you can have. Everybody wants, you want to watch WWE, you want to watch AEW, New Japan. You can definitely watch Impact Wrestling. You can definitely watch Ring of Honor. There's wrestling for everybody. Impact is a show that has wrestling for everybody. You get comedy, you get drama, suspense, you get great matches, good matches on TV, maybe a great match here and there, but the pay-per-views are definitely solid. So Impact definitely is the way to go if you want to get away from the monotony of major mainstream wrestling.
Yeah, for sure. And we're gonna be here every week reviewing Impact on Blunt Impact. So first episode down with the pot heels. We put the 3D on this episode. I think we finished it off, nice and smooth. Anything you want to plug?
The next one's going to get the Twist of Fate.
Ooh! Don't let me get in my Jeff Hardy mode.
I don't want to be Jeff Hardy. You see what that nigga's going through on AEW right now? I'm mad, and I got more kids.
It makes sense.
Yeah, you guys can catch me on Review of Honor with my man, the Stat King. We review Ring of Honor. You can catch me on the Roundtables. I am the Roundtable Rebel, the sixth man of the True Heel Heat YouTube channel team. I pop up on everybody's shows. Now I will officially be joining my man Chris G every week for Blunt Impact. And you can catch me on Instagram at skinny__Kravitz. You can catch me on Twitter at skinny_Kravitz. And you can also catch me on True Toxicity, also with my man Chris G and a gang of other brothers. I don't feel like saying you guys' name right now because, like, I'm on. But that's where you guys can find me at.
Yeah. And you guys know where to find me at. Wednesday Night Warriors, as usual. Joints and Jabronis 1 year anniversary coming up soon with another pleasant surprise. You can find me at True Heel, Chris G. Nice and simple. Show some love. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Thank you for watching Blunt Impact. I'm your boy Chris G. For the three-time Baby Making Champion Ness. And our co-host, Mary Jane. Peace.